going over the first half of the dragon swing routine in this video. It's typically done to the song When You're Smiling by the Blue Vipers of Brooklyn. You can look it up on Spotify and try it. But we're just going to go through each move step by step in this video and explain kind of how to do it. And then we'll post another video where we just run through the whole thing so that you guys can dance along with us. Okay, so the first move we're going to do is called a swivel. I'm going to face this way so you can mirror. We're going to get face that way so you can watch it. All we're doing for a swivel, for swivels, plural, is it's going to be the 20s Charleston basic step. But we're going to start with our right foot forward instead of our left foot back. Okay, yeah. So we're going to start with our right foot forward instead of our left foot back. So we're going to step forward, middle, back, middle. So it's just like we're walking back and forth. Now, how we turn this into a swivel is every time our feet are on the ground, our ankles are going to point together. Then, as we're going to step off the ground and come back together. While we do that, our ankles need to go out and in, and be in when they hit the ground again. So we're going to go out, in. Then we're going to go back, and we're going to go out, in. Now we go back forward. Out, in, in. Okay, so when we do dragon swing, we're going to do 2 full sets of those, and then a half set. So altogether, it'll be 1. Here's our second round. 2, 3, stop. So on the third one, we'll just do front swivel, and then as we step back to the middle, we're going to stop. And we're going to take a few steps backwards. I believe this is on our right foot first, right? So we're going to go step, 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 stomp. Okay, now I'm going to let Courtney go over the hand movements for that.
There's no required hand movement specifically for when you're doing swivels. I like to pump my arms, but it's really a personal choice. You can do whatever you want to do, really. However, during your step, 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 you're supposed to put your hands up, kind of like I'm innocent. And everybody does that in the line dance. So it's just whatever you want to do for swivels. Stop, I'm innocent, step. That's the hand movements for that.
Perfect. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to have Courtney turn around again so that you can mirror her. Is what's called a kickball change. Now, that sounds complicated. The word is telling us exactly what we're going to do, though. I'm going to use those words, and I'm going to use some different words to describe it. First thing is kickball change. It's in our right foot. We're going to go kick, then we're going to step down on the ball of our foot, and then we're going to change weight back to our left foot. So it's kick, ball, change. Another way to think about it is to go kick, and then just step, step. So you're going to kick with your right foot, step with your right foot, step with your left foot. Okay, right on the end of that kickball change, we're going to hop to the right on our left foot. So it'll be kick, ball change, hop, step. One more time, that's a kick, ball change, hop, step. Last thing we're going to do is right at the end of that, we're going to take our left leg, we're going to cross it over our right leg, and we're going to spin a full 360. So from that spot, we'll go ahead and start with stomps. So you just finished swivels, we're going to go stomp, 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 kick, ball change, hop, step, spin. Perfect. Anything on that?
Not a ton. Specifically, when you spin, you're going to spin over your right shoulder. So if you just finished doing your hop step, you're going to take your left leg and spin over your right shoulder.
Perfect. Next thing is just the 40s Charleston basic step. Not going to go over it too much. If you need to, we'll link the video for it. It's pretty simple, but the only difference is instead of doing a front kick and a back kick, we're just going to kick forward twice. So starting on our left foot, it's going to be rock, step, kick, and kick, step. At right when we finish that kick step, we're going to do another rock step on our left foot, but this one's going to be a little different. We're going to do a rock, step, and swing our left leg around, cross. Then we're going to do our right leg. Rock, step, swing it around, step. Okay.
For arms, it's pretty easy. there's not really any specific arms that you have to do during your Charleston kicks. A lot of people just do happy arms. When you do your rock, step, cross, you're just gonna bring your arms over like a rainbow, and then you're bringing back the other way. So it's gonna be rock, step, around, rock, step, around. And traditionally, a lot of people like to do woos on this part. So the way that a lot of people dance it is rock, step, woo, rock, step, woo. Totally a personal choice. You don't have to do that, but it's kind of fun.
We like to do it at USU. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is called a Suzy Q. What a Suzy Q looks like, and how we're going to practice it to start, is I'm just going to have everyone stand, and then I'm going to have you put your right foot against your left foot and slightly forwards. Okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our weight on our right foot, and we're going to step to the left with our left foot. And we're going to bring our feet back together, so our right foot slightly in front. Then step together, step together. This is a great way to practice. Just get in the rhythm of stepping. Next thing we're going to do is with our front foot, every time we step out with our left foot, our right foot is going to swivel from pointing inwards to pointing outwards. So we're together, we swivel out, step, swivel out, step, swivel out, step, swivel out. Now, it's going to be easiest to practice this with your foot in the air. That's called a corkscrew, and actually for dragon that's just fine to do. If we want to make it a true Suzy Q, our foot's going to have to be flat on the ground while we're swiveling. The other thing some people do, it's not required, but if you want to get a little fancy with it, you can also swivel your back foot. So, we can swivel in and swivel out. Swivel in, swivel out. Once again, it's going to be easiest to practice with your heel nice and high off the ground. As you get better, try to bring it closer to the ground. You want to go over arms for Suzy Qs?
Yes, there's a variety of different arms that you can do. The traditional way to do it is to clasp your hands like this and bring them close to your chest. And then as you do the Suzy Q, you can pump out like this, you can pump up and down like this. You can even go side to side for all I care. It's really up to personal interpretation. A lot of people also kind of fan out when they do Suzy Qs. So you can do down like that. Or I actually like to fan out. You can go out like this. Happy hands. Whatever's easiest for you.
One other thing, just can I add a couple variations to that? So Courtney is doing a lot with pumping our arms. I also like to just pump my hands up and down. And what I've also seen people do is go in circles. I don't like that as much, but you can. That's hard for me to do. But you can really do anything with your hands. Really what makes a Suzy Q look good is just having your elbows up. Okay, so when we put Suzy Qs into the dance, what it's going to look like is we're going to start with that step that we did before, the rock, step, around. So we'll start with our left foot, it'll go rock, step, around, rock, step, around. And if you notice, when we step right here, we're in position to start a Suzy Q. So it's actually going to start on count 8, if you're counting. And we'll go 8, 1. There's our first Suzy Q. We're going to do 5. So we're going to go 8. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to stop right there. Okay? Go ahead and try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rock, step, over. Rock, step, over. Suzy Q, Suzy Q. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now on that fifth one, we're going to do a change step. When we want to change sides for doing Suzy Qs, what it's going to look like is right after we do our step for the Suzy, we're going to go step, then this right foot's going to come back and meet our left foot, and our left foot's going to go back forward. This lets us to start Suzy Qsing the other way. Okay? We're going to put 2 of those together. So what it's going to look like is we're going to do Suzy Q 4, then we're going to do 5, pull step. Now we're going to switch directions again. We're going to go 5, pull step. So, rhythm-wise, what that's going to look like is Suzy Q 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull step, 5, pull step. Okay? Anything on that? I mean, there's not really different hands on that.
No, I'm poor at it.
Okay. Yes. If you want, you can kind of cheat a little bit. if you're struggling with the changed sides. Something we like to do, especially when you're going just really fast, you can't just stomp on the ground 6 times to cheat. You can also try to do a little foot flare thing. Courtney's better at explaining that. A little like you do.
Oh, yeah, if you've ever done country, you just kind of kick your legs out. It still works with the counts, it's just not technically the correct footing.
So do whatever you can.
Just triple step in place.
Yep, triple stepping in place is fine. I just wanted to teach the correct way to do it. When you're going fast, no one's gonna notice anyways, but that's technically what you're supposed to do. Okay, so we're gonna do the change step. We're gonna go change, step. Now we're gonna skate 4 times back on our left foot. All a skate is you're hopping, but you're hopping to get somewhere. So when we do this skate, we're gonna skate straight backwards. We'll do skates a little different later on where we're actually gonna be rotating. But for this one, all of our weight's on our left foot, and we're just gonna skate. Okay, now we're gonna add a couple little styling bits to it. I'm gonna go over what you do with your foot, Courtney's gonna go over what you do with your hands. With the feet, skates look way cooler if instead of just hopping back like this, if you kick forward on the first skate and do a big rounded kick while you skate. So it'll be a skate. And that actually lines us perfectly up for the next move we'll do. Courtney, you wanna go over hands?
Hands, it looks the best if you just follow them with your feet. So I start my hands up here, and I go skate, and I bring them back as I go. You don't have to do that, you could just put them out. I find that's the easiest way, it kind of helps you in your movement backwards as well, but if putting them out is easier, or if leaving them down is easier, that is also an option, it just doesn't look as good.
Yep. It looks way better if you flare out, whether you do the swimming thing or if you just go out, it looks cool. So, anything else on that? Okay, perfect. That's going to conclude the first half of our dragon swing video. We're going to go over the other half of the dance and the other half of the line dance in another video, and then we'll do a third video where we chain it all together.